Hi guys, this is Renapsha speaking, and in this video I will be answering your questions from the Q&A. So I posted my video asking for you guys for questions on the 28th of April 2024, and honestly when I posted it I thought I'd only get like around 10 question max, but in the end I have received like around 30-ish questions from 14 different people, and to that I am really thankful for. So to those that sent me questions, thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time out of your lives to, I don't know, send me questions. I don't know what I'm saying. Moving on. So now I'll get to answering some of your questions. Before I do so, I would like to say that I'll only be answering around 21 questions. The questions that I didn't answer in the video will be put in the description though, so nobody gets left out. However, if I forgot your question in this video and the description, please do let me know so I can answer it personally. Alright, so now time for the time-lapse part, and if you're wondering, the time-lapse is me animating a video for Ethan Animates, which I think I'll be uploading in like a few days upon uploading this video actually. Alright, moving on. So I'll start with the regular questions you guys asked me. First by Runette the Oddfellow. Hi Runette, how are you? I'm doing well actually. I could be better, but thanks for asking. When is your birthday? It's on the 8th of September, don't forget.
Favorite band?
My favorite bands, I have several of them, so I'll list them here. So first we have the Polar Boys, LPS, and I also dabble on some AKB48 if we're talking about idol groups. Other than that, I also enjoy Joker Out too, but only a bit, honestly.
What kind of mic do you have?
Surprisingly, I'm not sure if this is quite surprising, but I don't use a mic at all. I just use the one that's attached to my earphone, which is honestly good enough for me really. Plus, recording videos like these is honestly pretty rare for me, so I think I'd honestly be wasting money if I do buy one designated for videos.
What is the best flavor of ice cream in your opinion?
Alright, so I'm a chocolate flavor type of person, so my favorite currently is hazelnut. But I also like anything that has cookie dough or caramel on it. Other than that, another favorite of mine that I haven't gotten the opportunity to taste again is the sweet potato flavor. I had them back in grade 4 and never had them since. I also like white chocolate ice cream too. Coming to think of it, I kinda really have a sweet tooth.
Favorite type of battery?
So I have two answers to this question. If you mean material type of batteries, I'd say alkaline. Honestly, I have no reason to like them at all, I just really do. However, if you mean types of battery size, my favorite would be Type C and AAA. Type C, because I had a memory of using them for my Thomas and Friends toys back in primary school, and plus they're freaking humongous. Speaking of Thomas and Friends, Purple 8-Bit actually asked me, who is your favorite Thomas and Friends character-wise, and favorite design-wise, and which of the English-speaking Thomas and Friends narrators is your favorite? So, I'll start with the first question. My favorite Thomas and Friends character would personally be Edward personality-wise, or Toby. Edward because I've always admired his wise and golden retriever personality that is seen throughout the series, and Toby because I just find his don't give a fuck attitude during the Railway series pretty funny. Design wise, I'd say Oliver and Edward again, mostly because they both have some really unconventional wheel arrangements. I remember back in primary school actually, I used to beg my dad to get me the Tommy Oliver, but he wasn't able to find one because they were always sold out. Moving on to the second question, my favorite Thomas and Friends narrator in English would probably be Ringo Starr, cause it was the one that I grew up with when watching Thomas and Friends as a child. Alright, next question.
What's your favorite flavor paint?
Personally, I like the taste of red paint. No reason, I just really like it.
What inspired your current and past art styles?
Alright, so I believe that by past art styles, you mean the style that I've been using since 2020. And for that, my inspiration was Boy McBoy's art style. He's a Scratch animator, and I think he recently quit. I'm not sure. I think you can see the I think you can see like the resemblance through the eyes and the spaghetti hands. For my current style, I don't think I can pinpoint where I got inspired, but I think the character design in Animal Crossing and we helped shape it. I'm not sure though.
What got you to animate?
Okay, so one of the things that got me to animate was buying this book back in 2018, which was a how to code type book, but for Scratch. I was stupid at that time, so the only project that I could really do was the how to make your Scratch character change costume type of thing. And from then on, I slowly got a lot better with animation, and here I am. If we're talking about what inspired me to animate, like YouTuber wise, one of my main inspirations at that time was Haminations, Brody Animates, and also a little bit of Jaden Animations. Unpopular opinion, but at that time I didn't really like The Odd Ones Out. I'm honestly really sorry, but he was overrated to me at that time. I was also inspired to create an animation YouTube channel by the Scratch animator Ray's Workshop, and also this one Scratch animator that I forgot, but I remember he resembled Brody Animates. I just forgot his name. I'm so sorry. If you know who I'm talking about, please do put it in the comments. Some small animator inspirations actually to me was Ethan Animates at that time when he was still like really active. I remember I also was interested in like Purple 8-bits stuff back then, and I used to be such a Top Hat Tunes fan. Shame he disappeared though. Alright, so next I have 3 questions from different people that basically have the same theme, so I'll put them in one trifecta of sorts. Do you still use Scratch/Turbo Warp to animate? When did you start animating with Scratch? Why the fuck are you still using Scratch? Alright, so starting from the first one, yes, I still use Scratch and Turbo Warp to animate. I've been planning to transition to a different software to animate, but I am not quite sure when. I started animating Scratch in 2018, back when I was in 4th grade. And I'm still using Scratch since, mostly because I haven't really gone around to changing softwares. I mean, I've tried Flip a Clip before and also Micromedia, but I honestly find it hard to get used to not being able to code things out, really. Do crabs think fish are flying? Alright, so before this I didn't really know, so I'll Google it for you. Okay, so according to Quora, they said, no, animals living on the seafloor do not see fish as flying. Fish and other swimming animals are adapted to move through water, not air, so they are not perceived as flying by animals on the seafloor. Alright, next question.
Book recommendations?
Yay! I'm actually really happy that someone actually asked me this. Personally, I'm not really much of an avid reader, but I tend to read some from time to time. Considering my audience is kinda a blur between mature and adolescent, I think I'll provide recommendations for both. For my mature audiences, I'd personally suggest Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Sterling. Not only because it's a classic, but I also find it quite enjoyable. It felt like reading through someone's diary, honestly. If you're into slice of life and sentimental stuff, I'd recommend The Goodbye Cat, which is a collection of stories that explores the sentimental connections between humans and cats. For my younger audiences, I'd recommend the Adventure on Train series, co-written by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman, which honestly depicts the railway mysteries that the main character Harrison Beck has to encounter. I recently finished the last edition and I honestly really enjoyed it. The illustrations by Elisa Paginelli are also really nice and cozy. Alright, next question.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I mean, an instrument can mean something that can make sounds, right? And I haven't checked, but I think you can make sounds by putting your hands into mayo. It might be unpleasant, but at least it makes sound. So yeah, I think it's an instrument.
Isn't it crazy? how by just taking the word hairball and swapping those two words, you get a completely different outcome.
Isn't it crazy how by just yes, purple. It's so crazy. Oh wait. Mom, what's ball hair?
What's your favorite medieval helmet?
Alright, my favorite medieval helmet. Personally, I don't really pay attention to the helmets at all or anything related to like military history, but I really like the turban helmets that the Ottoman Empire gave their warriors during the 15th century. I don't know why. It just has like a really weird appeal to it. And alright, that's all of the questions that I will answer in this video. Again, as I said before, if there's a question that I haven't answered, it would probably be in the description. And if it's not in the description, please do let me know what your question was so I can answer it personally, honestly. Again, I would like to honestly I would like to honestly thank everyone who asked me questions, and also I would like to thank Der Nocturnal and CJ Arts for voicing some of the questions for me, because like I didn't really have time to do it. Yeah, and that concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.